William Skane, the executive director of US National Academics, has called Iran's interrogation of a member of a U.S. scientific delegation in December 2008 a, quote, very serious breach of understandings reached between Tehran and Washington on scientific and academic exchanges. Glenn Schweitzer, the academics' director of Eurasian programs, was detained on the 4th of December by two men who identified themselves as security officials, according to a statement by the academics. He was interrogated for 9 hours over 2 days in his Tehran hotel, before being allowed to leave Iran with the rest of the delegation on the 7th of December. In a statement issued on the 26th of December, Skane also said that the academics could not continue sending scientists to Iran until receiving, quote, clear assurances from Iran that it would guarantee their safety. In the meantime, Skane said that due to the scientific importance of the exchanges, the academics were prepared to arrange scientific exchanges with Iranian scientists outside Iran. The academics have been carrying out non-governmental exchanges with Iran for 8 years. However, Iran is suspicious of the U.S. intentions in pursuing these exchanges. On January 5th, Hassan Ghashqavi, Iran's foreign ministry spokesman, said,
naturally, the spirit of exchange between people of Iran and America has always been welcomed by the Islamic Republic of Iran. But ultimately, as you well know, these exchanges are being heavily controlled by the U.S. Department of State. There's a section in the U.S. Department of State called the Public Diplomacy section, which controls heavily all academic, scientific, cultural, and artistic exchanges. These are to be used for their own diplomatic ends. The main problem is that, of course, the Islamic Republic would not like these exchanges between people to become tools for U.S. Department of State's abuse. And so we watch this matter with a lot of sensitivity. However, if this were not the case, of course there's no problem in the spirit of exchange between people. This is always a good thing. But it is an official section in the U.S. State Department. With that excuse, they say, apart from official diplomacy, we also have public diplomacy. And a part of this public diplomacy is the intense control over writers and university professors, and there is a special section in the U.S. Department of State.
The U.S. called Iran's treatment of Schweitzer, quote, yet another example of the Iranian government's refusal to abide by international norms, and called on Tehran to support bilateral exchange programs. Quote, we once again urge the government of Iran to stand by its public statements and fully support scientific and academic exchanges that foster greater mutual understanding between the Iranian and American people. State Department spokesperson Nicole Thompson was quoted by AP as telling reporters on December 30th, quote, we do not believe that the Iranian people should be further isolated by the irresponsible actions of the government.